Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to yet another one of my Hearts of Iron IV challenges. This time we're going to play as Turkey and restore the Ottoman Empire at its greatest power. This is not the highest voted challenge perhaps, but it has been requested time and time again, and I'm sure that many of you want to see it. If you want to know how I choose the challenges exactly, watch the Austria video, I do explain it there. Now, some of the suggestions had to qualify that I can't join alliances and stuff like that. I'm going to ignore that because exploiting diplomacy is the most enjoyable part of this game for me. So there's that. But we're going to play as Turkey in Ironman and restore the Ottoman Empire at its greatest extent. Alright, let's go. We're going to be... yeah, this is my second attempt. Basically, we have to switch ideologies very quickly for this to work. For this plan that I have to work. And if I fail again, then I'll probably switch up the plan or try one more time. Anyway, I'm going to be using this Wikipedia map for reference, which suggests, I'm not a historian, but if I understand this correctly, we need to conquer Greece, Albania, Yugoslavia, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, or rather Slovakia, Romania, Bulgaria, bits of Soviet Union, and, you know, this area. Generic research choices, political effort, produce lots of guns and nothing else. And I'm actually going to need to deploy some more troops, even if they're not well equipped. As for factories, yeah, just give me some more military ones. Although I suppose I should do infrastructure because I'm going to be building this up quite a lot. Dockyards, yeah, just do convoys. And I suppose that is it building-wise. We start with 27 units and several commanders, so that's not too bad. And yeah, let's unpause and get going. And speed things up, of course. Political effort is done. Let's select collectivist ethos and hire an advisor. Unfortunately, we have to turn communist because it can be done much faster. I would much rather turn fascist because it is technically superior within the game. You get better puppets, but you can always switch later. The sad thing about it is we will miss out on militarism and military youth, but we can always supplement that with puppets. And why do we need to switch so early? Well, because I want to attack Czechoslovakia by attacking Yugoslavia, and by, I think, mid-July 37, Czechoslovakia will revoke its guarantees. So we need to start justifying in autumn. We've done collectivist ethos, and now we unfortunately have to do internationalism focus. Why? Well, because we need to maximize our chances of switching the government quickly, and that will do it. Nationalism focus is, of course, superior because you get militarism, but we would have to be very, very lucky to succeed in my plan as fascists. Doing it as a communist will be faster, easier, which means also more likely. And we're at 20%, this is where the lottery begins. Why now? Well, because 20% is, oh, perfect, is the cutoff point for this event. Now we are at 35%. And it's August. I would need to do that by the end of October. I would need to switch governments by the end of October for everything to work out correctly. So we would need like 2 more events. One, either coup activator, which can still happen, or something that will further increase the communist support, and then the switch event, which can be either the referendum or the coup itself. Perfect. Same event again. So now we have 50%. Now we have 50% support. That means we can actually get the referendum. Oh, come on, just one more event. We need to have this happen before the end of October. Otherwise it won't work. Well, the first days of November should also be okay, but generally before the end of October. And should I do indoctrination? I suppose. Let's get that extra political power before we move into the industrial focus. Come on. Less than a month left. We are ready to get a referendum. It usually happens very quickly. Oh, come on. Yes. Whew, alright, almost the last possible moment. Yes, referendum is preferable to a bloody revolt, of course. Alright, let's start justifying our war goals. I'll attack Yugoslavia and Romania. Normally I would attack Greece and have Romania called in to help Greece, but yeah, when I was testing this, Romania for some reason did not get called in. That might be due to the fact that they are guaranteeing us. I don't know. Anyway, let's justify a war goal on Yugoslavia then. That should do, yeah, 240 days. That's fine, because that will finish before Czechoslovakia leaves those guarantees. Now, the next step is doing Romania. Perhaps not this one, though. Montenegro will be better. Yes, and I can actually do that through a naval invasion, which you can see me planning. But, yeah, the good thing about Turkey is that we start with a rather sizable navy, so we don't have to actually go through Greece or Bulgaria. We can leave them for later. What we need to do is do a naval invasion of Yugoslavia. And from there, we'll be able to take Romania and Czechoslovakia. Oh, one more thing. Before we go on, I need to switch to fascism next. So I'm going to exchange this guy for a fascist demagogue. Why do I need to switch to fascism? Well, because it is generally superior. It is generally superior in the way that you get better puppets. Also, I need to join the Axis so that we can beat up Italy together with Germany. And from here we'll be able to run towards Belgrade and beat them up. We have enough political power to switch over to war economy. I also want to go with free trade and possibly extensive conscription. I should probably also mention that in the meantime I've been improving relations with UK and France to prevent them from guaranteeing the guys over here. It would be prudent to switch to free trade, just because it gives such nice bonuses to factories. Our war goal against Yugoslavia is almost ready. We should be able to defeat them rather easily. Well, let's go. And that will call in Czechoslovakia. Wonderful. Before they cancelled all their guarantees. Now we'll also have to do the same. We're starting a naval invasion now, which should be successful. And we'll have to do the same thing against Romania. Well, we can attack Romania from Yugoslavian territory, of course. But it will be more efficient if we attack them from both sides. How are we doing here? Great, okay. Well, what the hell? Blood, what the hell are you doing? Can I halt them? That's better. Alright, I'm going to give them some manual orders and reorganize them and give them some more troops. Right, and that's some manual orders, and once these are connected, I'm going to send them all the other units. Make sure to get a front line so that all these guys will actually start transporting. We don't want to win too quickly. If we take Belgrade, that is a straight up easy victory, and we wouldn't want to do that because, well, that might mean that Romania gets guaranteed by some people. Oh, we can get a fascist coup now. That's actually good, because we do want to join the Axis so that we can beat up the Italians together. We should be able to take Sarajevo now, and... oh crap. I didn't expect that this would be enough to make them capitulate. Alright, I'm just going to take everything. Although, wouldn't puppeting be less invasive? Alright, let's just take everything. And hope that Romania doesn't get extra guarantees. If they do, I'm screwed. So far so good. No new guarantees yet. I do hope it stays that way, otherwise I'm in trouble. We have to be quick. We need to beat up Czechoslovakia before Germany has a chance to conquer them. Well, let's be balanced. We mostly want to draw all their attention here, so that this invasion can land without any trouble. Right, and we're ready to attack Romania. Conquer. Here we go. Oh, Soviet volunteers. Of course, yes, thank you. It's not looking not bad at all. Actually, not bad at all. And the Soviets have sent us volunteers. Alright, now we know there's an army here, and we're sending invasions to these two. Well, that should be sufficient to beat these guys up. Also, I might be able to make a run for Bucharest. And we have landed. That was quick. With manual orders like this, we should be okay, although I should probably focus on taking this port too. Perhaps. I don't need to go to Brasov. Just go here and then down south. Ah, crap, that's a well-defended position. It's entirely possible that this naval invasion will be defeated. Alright, I'm gonna lose those 2 units. That's unfortunate, but unavoidable. Right now, just make sure to hold the ports. Perhaps not a perfect naval invasion, but we are currently holding 3 ports. Let's go to extensive conscription. I will need that manpower. Right now, actually. And you should be aggressive, because half of their army has gone here. We're being pushed back, but as long as these guys persist and hold at least one port, we should be alright. Oh. This is interesting. You hold that attack. Move here instead. We have been pushed back to one port, but they have done their job. They have destructed the enemy. So we could break through here. Alright, how much more do I need to make them capitulate? Not much, just a bit more. When we take this victory point, they should surrender. Actually, before we take them, I should get a non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union. Because we're both communists. They should agree. Now, as for Romania, I'm just going to take everything. Why? Well, because I want to release them as a puppet once we turn fascist, because fascist puppets are superior. I also ask the Soviets for military access, because they will accept. As for Czechoslovakia, I'm going to try and lure them into a trap. If all goes well, their troops will go here, and then I can cut them off. Hopefully. If we leave them an opening like that, they should try and race towards our victory points. No, don't block the nice enemy. Yes, let them in. Go more in. Alright, at this point we might be able to start our attack. Anschluss of Austria, that means we need to hurry. Also, extra research slot 2 is available because we have all those Romanian factories. Right, can we cut them off? Ha! And they have been surrounded. Beautiful, isn't it? Now, second part of the plan. These troops here will not have any supply, they will be attritioning, and they will be easily defeated. As you can see, the enemy doesn't really stand a chance. And once I can reunite all our troops with the main forces, we shouldn't have any trouble breaking through towards Czechoslovakian mainland, and we get a fascist coup. On the one hand, that is good, because we could get volunteers from Italy and Germany. On the other hand, that will drive the world tension up. So I think I'm going to delay the coup as much as possible. I'm just going to let it auto-expire in a month. As I don't actually need to destroy those troops, I just need to keep them contained. Let's assign most units here, and just leave several to guard the area. As you can see, with the majority of the forces trapped in our territory... Oh, okay. And civil war... Oh, no, not that. I'll let these auto-expire. And now we are a fascist country. Actually, I should just do manual orders. Let's go for Prague. Some of you are bound to succeed. Germany wants to send volunteers. Normally I would accept, but I don't want to drive the world tension up. Now we're about to take Czechoslovakia, and I'm going to make them a puppet. And I'm going to join Axis. So, the fate of Czechoslovakia shouldn't happen. Now, Germany is not doing the Sudetenland yet, so that's not a problem. Let's join a faction. Actually, let's perhaps start justifying a war goal on Italy first. And now join the faction. Alright, perfect. Now, we have our puppets Czechoslovakia. We're also going to deploy new puppets. We're going to get Romania, and we're going to get the Balkan countries as our new puppets. Let's go to manage occupied territories, and we're going to attack Italy together with Germany, provided they don't join the Axis. I'm going to release Serbia, release Croatia, release Montenegro. Not Romania, not yet. If all goes well, we should be able to beat up Italy with foreign help. I've created some colonial templates and changed some of my units to them so that we can conserve manpower. I'm also building them. With secret weapons done, we get 4 bonuses to electronics, and they are actually quite significant because I'm going to use them on this, this, and this, and this. Why? Well, because these give us very powerful global bonuses to research, which do stack up, and they are quite powerful. Germany is doing demand Sudetenland. I thought that was impossible. Wait a minute. This should not work. This focus will cancel if requirements are not met. Bohemian Empire is not in faction with German Reich. It is in faction with German Reich. So it should stop, if I understand this correctly. Is this a bug? Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I mean, I can give them Sudetenland. It's not amazing territory, and we don't need it for the challenge, but it would be very unfortunate if I had to do that. See, if I just annexed Czechoslovakia, that wouldn't have happened. So obviously, I was convinced they wouldn't be able to do that if we're in a faction together, and we are in a faction together. Perhaps I was wrong. Alright, let's see what happens when Germany finishes demand Sudetenland. I have not been in this situation before. Okay, they get a claim and a war goal focus. Or we give them stuff. Well, it doesn't matter that they get a war goal because we are in the same faction. So yeah, we're in the clear. We assert Eastern claims, not a problem. We're friends. Wait a minute. Invite to faction. Did I not join the faction? Did you throw me out of the faction? Well, it didn't say so in the event, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Now we are back in. Interesting. Poland joined allies already. That was quick. Well, at least Italy didn't join the Axis, which is what I'm interested in. Curious. Hungary is guaranteed by France and the UK somehow, and they're also getting ready to fight me. They demand it from Slovakia, not from me. Really? They have a war goal. Oh, okay, they did get a war goal. Now we just have to hope that they will actually act on it. Because I do want to fight Hungary, but I don't want to fight the allies, who are guaranteeing Hungary for some reason. Since Hungary is already hostile to me, I think I can safely release Romania. Let's release Romania. Release nation. Ah, crap. It changed my order. Actually, I don't think they'll attack. And if they do, I'll reorganize my troops quickly. For now, we need to get ready to beat up Italy. Oh, really? That's cool. Hungary attacked me. That's very good for me, actually. And I didn't automatically call anyone in, which is fine. Okay, that means I am reorganizing my troops yet again. Let's call in our puppets, but not Germany. Go on, attack Hungary. Oh crap, why did it just keep changing my front lines? I do hate when that happens. I only want to attack from the south. That will actually deal with Hungary way earlier than I anticipated I will be able to. Bloody hell. Alright, I am angry at the borders, or rather at the attack orders changing constantly, so I'm just going to attack them manually. Come on, take their capital, and they've surrendered. I am going to puppet the Kingdom of Hungary, and they're going to provide me with tons and tons of troops. Our war goal against Italy is now complete. So, without any further delays, let's just attack. I'm going to call some of my allies, not all of them. I need to call Germany, but they might be reluctant. Let's see. Wait a minute, wrong map. Wrong map, call to arms. Yeah, they don't want to join, but if I call enough allies, they might change their mind. I am going to call Romania, Czechoslovakia, and Serbia, because they don't have direct borders, or, you know, they can't be invaded. They can't be invaded by the Italians, and they might convince the Germans to help. And that will do for now. Okay, how about now? Would you like to join now? Still no. I'm going to try and call you anyway, and we'll see. And finally, Germany has joined. Wonderful. It shouldn't be too difficult with them on our side. Ah, the Soviets are cancelling their non-aggression pact with us. This could lead to trouble, but as we have released Romania as a puppet, they should, at least in theory, give the territory to the Soviets if the Soviets start, you know, getting any ideas they shouldn't be getting. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and Albania was taken. Well, the fact that Albania was taken is not a problem for me. We're going to take Albania right back. As for Molotov-Ribbentrop, Well, that leads to Germany attacking Poland. And that, well, that is going to let us justify in Greece and Bulgaria. Now, once Germany attacks the Allies, I'm going to have to wait a little bit before I start justifying, just to make sure they don't start guaranteeing people. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to, well, improve relations with them again, because they're going to deteriorate a little bit, and actually start lend-leasing to the Allies. Our attack against Italy is not going too badly, although it could be going better. For now, I have decided to call in my remaining countries, my remaining puppets, to the war, so that we can take Zara. So, for that purpose, let's go to the war management screen and just call everyone else in. Right, I would like to take Bulgaria, Greece, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, Iran, and Afghanistan, if I can. Ah, we've taken Rhodes. Good. And here it goes. Poland has refused the German ultimatum, which means the Germans are about to attack Poland. Well, for our purposes, it means it's time to start sucking up to the Allies. Why? Well, because we need them to not hate us, so they wouldn't start guaranteeing all the countries we would be justifying our war goals on. So for that purpose, I'm going to send them lend-lease and improve relations with them. First, I'm going to improve relations with France and Britain, and send them some convoys in lend-lease. Let's say 30 each. That should max out our relations increase, and then we'll send them some gradually afterwards. Also, we will limit the amount of world tension that we generate by attacking them gradually and not necessarily finishing the war. Germany is not doing great because they have to focus on 2 front lines. It's time to start justifying a war goal on Greece. No guarantees? No guarantees. At least not yet. I'm going to set my guys to cautious because we don't actually want to win the wars yet. Because annexing or puppeting them will give us extra world tension, and that is something we don't want. War goal on Greece is ready. Let's attack. And who's next? Well, normally it would be Bulgaria, although Bulgaria sometimes attacks Romania. So I'm going to leave Bulgaria alone for now and do Iraq instead. Because if Bulgaria would attack me, well, that would save me 1 war goal justification, wouldn't it? Can we cut the Italians off with some more manual management? Another war goal is ready. Let's attack Iraq. Now, is Bulgaria going to attack me? Probably not, but I can wait a little bit longer. We're going to do Iran next. Now we can focus on pushing down south. In the meantime, we have finished our justification against Iran. Let's start that too. Population 42 people. Alright. Here we go. Let's make sure to improve relations with the Allies. We have to do that periodically, so, we need to keep them high. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but taking Czechoslovakia has cost us quite a lot in terms of relations. Justification against the Saudis is ready. I should declare war immediately. And as for Bulgaria, you know what, I'm going to wait 2 days, because they're about to finish their focus. They might change their mind about attacking us next. 1 more day, and then we justify on them. Alright, they're not going to attack us. At least not for a while, so let's get them. Manual troop management, so powerful. War goal against Bulgaria is ready, so it would be a mistake to delay an attack on them. Now, I have not given enough troops to, secure the border, so we have to keep a close eye on them. I can always request additional troops from Romania and Ottoman Empire. In the meantime, let's start justifying on Afghanistan. Manual troop management, so powerful. Damn it. This happens sometimes, but I wasn't paying attention to this front line, and somehow it got deleted, and my troops abandoned it, and I had to paint a new one. And they have taken Istanbul, because, yeah, they have taken some territory, and then somehow my front line here got deleted. Which, I mean, they would have never reached Istanbul otherwise, but, yeah. Well, we'll be done with all the war declaring soon, so I can devote more resources to actually beating them up then. Wonderful. Encircled yet another part of Italy's troops. See, we have retaken Istanbul. Still, this is unfortunate that it even happened. Another war goal already. Have you been guaranteed? You indeed have not been guaranteed. Wonderful. Right, who else can I attack? Sinkiang has joined Comintern, so they're out of the question. We're at war with everyone here, and I'm pretty sure Switzerland would get guaranteed if I started getting clever about that. But I will try Switzerland as well, but they're going to be the last one. I still need Yemen and Oman. Let's start with Yemen. Justification on Yemen is ready. Now it's just Oman left. Ah, crap. Yemen is guaranteed. Very unfortunate, but that means, well, our conquests have to end here. We will take Yemen and Oman, of course, but we will do that once we actually start fighting the allies. Very unfortunate. I mean, I suppose it's possible to get Oman still, because it's a bit further from the British. They could theoretically leave us be with Oman. Strangely, Oman did not get guaranteed. Well, so we can attack Oman. That is enough of, justifying war goals. Now it's time to beat up everyone and make them our puppets. So, first things first. You take Sofia. Actually, I should probably switch you guys to aggressive. Yes, this is very weird looking, but it will sort itself out somehow. You, there, take the victory point. If you're successful, we win. And Warsaw has fallen. That means Poland is very likely to capitulate soon. Oh crap, that's a Greek naval invasion. Seriously? Huh. Just need to take, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Plovdiv? They should surrender now. Yes, they have. Puppet. Hello, my new Bulgarian puppet. Greece is next, and hopefully it won't take too long. The Soviets are justifying a war goal on Romania. If I understand correctly, that means that Romania is going to give them some territory to avoid conflict. I'm fine with that. Ah, Poland has capitulated, which means Germany is going to be probably quite successful against France now. We finished the research of the best gun. Wonderful. And we're going to do the better support equipment soon as well. And the Soviets have taken Poland. See, Romania gives Bessarabia to the Soviets. I expected that, and I am not mad at the Romanians. Actually, that is something I wanted them to do. In the meantime, we had to go to... which one was that? Service by requirement. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I do need the manpower. And that finally takes care of Greece, who's going to be my new puppet, of course. Hello, new puppet. Now, with all those new forces freed up, I think I should focus on Italy, probably. Iraq has been taken. Now, with Iraq we can't do the puppet thing because the British have a focus war goal on them. So I need to just take everything. But that's some extra factories for us. The Italians are on the run. I'm switching all my Italian forces to aggressive. Our move into Saudi Arabia is progressing nicely. No real trouble here. Although they have Soviet volunteers, which are a bit of a nuisance. Japan has taken China, which means they might be joining Germany's wars now. Right, now we have the most difficult part of fighting Italy left. We have to go across. Ah, Saudi Arabia has capitulated. You are going to be my next puppet, of course. Thank you. I'm going to try a naval invasion to improve my odds over here. It will probably never happen, but, we can try. Because Italy has a strong navy, but perhaps their navy will be busy elsewhere. It is a possibility. Very remote possibility, but it is a possibility. Oman has capitulated. They are also going to be a puppet. Is it finally going to happen? I have let the Italians maintain a naval invasion here so that they would devote some troops to that, so that perhaps this will be less defended, and it seems to be working. Hungary has proclaimed Greater Hungary. I'm not sure if that changes anything, but fine. Is it really going to happen? Yes! Ah! Alright, is that the end of Italy? Not yet, but soon. Alright, Palermo is ours. Now, we need a few things from Italy. Well, essentially we need their African possessions and Albania and roads, but more... I'm not sure we need roads. Doesn't matter, we'll take it anyway. So, we also want to puppet them. But we don't want the Germans to get too much, so I'm going to puppet them, just giving them Venice, so they don't take it. It's very good. It's a very good province. And then, possibly Istria, South Tyrol, and so on. So how do you puppet a country, giving it only the province you want them to have? I'm going to show you. First, you select all the provinces you don't want them to have for yourself. All right, now let's wait until the cost matches what we want to give them. 26, that's Istria. 90, Venice, perfect. Yeah, right? And now you cancel everything that says take instead of puppet. But watch out, because the puppet switches places on the list. And now we have a wonderful puppet that just got the province we wanted them to get. Alright, what else do we need from them? I want to give Istria and Zara to Croatia. And basically I want to prevent Germany from taking Istria, but if I don't take that, they will satellite Yugoslavia. Same goes for Albania. I'm actually going to give Albania to Montenegro. We don't need more puppets at this moment. I probably have too much already. Too many already. Satellite Ethiopia and Libya. Alright, so far so good. Ethiopia doesn't get all that territory, so we'll take that in the next round if we can. And finally, can I take South Tyrol or not? I cannot, that's too much. That means Germany will take that and possibly Lombardy. Alright, yes, they took South Tyrol, but not Lombardy. Good. I could actually take Lombardy myself, however, that would make my borders ugly, and I know how much you hate my borders being ugly. Ethiopia needs to get the African possessions. We can't give more to Italy. That's fine then, let's end the turn. And Germany has satellited Albania and Austria, which is pointless because they have already been annexed. They've satellited Yugoslavia, but they have also been annexed. Germany has started giving us war score. And now we're going to give our new puppet Italy everything else. That ends the war. Now I'm going to leave the Axis and attack the Soviet Union. Well, not immediately. I want to prepare some forts. But we have to be ready soon. So, first move, leave faction. Yeah, our troops have been sent home, that's fine. And another move, I'm going to create a new one with Spain. Because Spain is fascist and so are we, and they will agree to that alliance. They have not joined the Axis yet, so that's perfect. Oh, if I click this now, our faction would be named your faction name here. Let's call it Ottoman Empire. And Spain is going to join the Ottoman Empire, which is weird, but yes. And now we'll have a new ally. The dawn of the Ottoman Empire. Yes, exactly. The Soviet Union hates us, and they have troops sent as volunteers to Afghanistan and Iran. But that means we can justify a war goal on them quickly. I'm going to start it when we're about to beat up Afghanistan, because when they have volunteers like this, that will make the justification quicker, and that ends Iran. I'm going to attack them to annex them completely, because the British do have event war goals against Iran. So I'm gonna just take everything myself. And next, Afghanistan. I've created an Italian colonial template that will be used for defense in the mountains. They should be unbeatable, just sitting on a mountain somewhere. I'm also building forts along the Soviet border. I need to attack the Soviets soon. They will claim the straits eventually anyway. We're about to beat up Afghanistan, so let's start justifying on the Soviet Union now. Justify war goal. And we'll be attacking them within 3 months. We're quickly reducing Italy's autonomy by building stuff for them, and Afghanistan is going to be puppeted. I don't need more puppets, but that is for the sake of controlling our front lines. Alright, now we need to set some troops on the Soviet borders and declare war on the Soviets. First, though, I'm going to switch all the troops we have, even those artilleries here, into those new design Italian mountain defenders. Berlin has been taken. It might seem like this is not a lot of troops, because this is not a lot of troops, but they are well prepared and they have forts. Yeah, see, they're doing claim the straits. They would have attacked us. Conquer, and don't call allies. Now we can actually control where the front lines are. They're not going to be able to attack us from here. And we're going to be defending and let the Soviets clash against our defenses. They're losing a ton of manpower. And we're not. They lost 70,000 troops, we lost 300. The Soviets are attacking us and their losses are climbing quickly. We can now lower Italy's independence, and that is going to increase our military factories, our military factory amount very significantly. Boom. Now I'm going to do that to my other subjects. A new interesting development. Apparently, Japan is getting beaten up quite heavily. Japan is not going to last much longer. I have decided to promote this guy to a field marshal and give him some more troops before we open this avenue of attack for the Soviets. This is the variant of the modern tank destroyer I'm going to be using. We'll start producing those, and I'm going to be adding them to my defensive armies to provide them with some armor and some hard attack. I'll also add anti-air to them. Finally, the Germans have capitulated. That did take a long time, didn't it? Now just Japan and the Axis will be done for. And as for the Soviets, well, they have already lost 4 million troops. Nice, we can reduce Romania's autonomy. That will give us some extra military factories. I need to make some trucks, some motorized, that will quickly take over all of the African stuff once we finally attack the Allies. Also need to make some marines. I am going to give them a modern tank destroyer each, which will increase their armor value significantly. I'm also going to have to remove some mountaineers to make room for that, but still, the armor value should be helpful. And I'm going to give them some anti-air and anti-tank instead of another mountaineer. We're going to stay with this, and also I'm going to replace support artillery with a maintenance company. This is going to lower our attack, but will have a very good effect on the survivability of our equipment. The Axis are gone. Japan has capitulated, so that means a peace conference. Let's see what happens. Yeah, right, German Republic and Austria have formed. Austria is fascist. Interesting. No, they're non-aligned, actually. Just boosts party popularity a bit, so we can invite them to our faction. Crap, they're doing war with the USSR. Well, if they do war with the USSR, then the Allies will also be at war with the Soviets, which probably means I'll have to start advancing, otherwise they'll get all the stuff. You know what, my fortifications here are not ready, but I think we're good to go. Yeah, I don't really need to invite these guys yet, because Romania is mostly fortified, so we can start with Romania. Let's call them to arms against the Soviets. We should be fine against any attack, and they should be wasting tons of manpower and equipment. And we have switched Austria to be fascist. Would you like to join my faction? No, because of the war. Interesting. You are fascist, so if I justify the war against you, would you be defended by the Allies? You would not. Ha! Alright, another target for us then. I've requested a lot of troops and assigned them properly. And now, well, this is much, much better defended. And I suppose I can call in the Bohemian Empire now. In the meantime, we're ready to attack Austria. I wonder if they'll join the Comintern, if they can join the Comintern. I don't think so. Anyway, let's declare war on them. All of these are tanks. It was pretty quick, wasn't it? I suppose I could use another puppet. I could take them myself, but that would mean uglier borders, because I need to start annexing those puppets soon. So I'm going to puppet them as well. Oh, damn it. The Soviets have attacked Poland. That is not good, because now the Allies can get bits of the Soviet Union. We have exhausted them, but I suppose it's time to attack now. Pity. All those fortifications now useless. Let's cancel that. Well, I didn't expect them to attack the Allies while they're so busy with us, but hey, whatever. There we go then. Let's make sure you're balanced. No, France, you cannot have military access. You know what, I should probably just call everyone in, since we're attacking anyway. Even Spain. The attack is going alright, although not amazingly. An interesting development, the British Raj has switched to fascism. I went with aggressive for a while, but maybe that's a mistake. Also, Spain has landed, which is nice. The overall progress of our invasion is nice. I suppose I could just assign them all to one field marshal, but that's not really necessary. And Italy is contributing so much war score that they're actually going to raise its autonomy soon. Unfortunate, but I'll, drop it down later. And it won't be long until we get Moscow. Although I am worried what the Allies will get from that. Technically, we only need stuff over here from the Soviet Union. However, well, it would be a waste not to take as much as we can, wouldn't it? Moscow is taken, and Leningrad is taken, but unfortunately not by us. That means they should be capitulating very, very soon. Just need Gorky. I am unfamiliar with this city, but I remember a game called Gorky 17, I believe. It was quite interesting. Take that and we win. I think so. Oh, not yet. Need some more victory points. And here it is. Soviet Union has capitulated to us. Neo-Ottoman Empire. So beautiful. But we don't need all that territory, and if I just take it, then you'll say I'm not preserving historical borders and so on. So, what I'm going to do is wait for the peace conference, of course, and do we need to wait for Xinjiang and Mongolia to capitulate? I don't think so, since the Soviet Union is, the only major in this. And I'm going to take all the stuff that is, needed for the Ottoman Empire and puppet the rest. Alright, let's see the conference and let's consult the map in the meantime. Alright, I have decided to take this much after consulting several maps of the internet, and some of them show that the Ottomans owned this much stuff. But that's just one map, so I'm not sure it's true. Some of them show that they didn't own this, some show that they did. I am not sure, but I want to stress that this seems to be the best I could come up with. I am not sure if they ever owned these two, but I'm going to take them just in case. And you can probably see with my war score that I could just annex all of this without any trouble. But I want to stay as close to the historical borders as I can manage. And if you are, very good with history, point out what I did wrong here. But I think this is relatively close. Now, one of the maps showed I need to own Slovakia. The other showed I don't, which is why I conquered Czechoslovakia. Perhaps I didn't need to. Same goes for this. I think the best course of action will be to, in our next move, just click puppet for the Soviet Union, and then in the next round of negotiations just keep giving them stuff. I have also puppeted Xinjiang and Mongolia. We've taken this much. What have the Allies taken? The Allies have taken nothing. That is good. We have taken all the territory we need from the Soviet Union, I think. I'm not sure. And also we have acquired a new powerful puppet that is going to provide us with tons and tons of factories and resources. Wonderful. Now I need to, build up my strength, or rather organize my strength, because we have built up quite a lot of it, and then attack the Allies. I also need to annex those guys here to make my borders look pretty. It will not look great because I think I have to take Slovakia. Again, one of the maps said I need to, the others said I don't. So just to be safe, I'm going to annex Bohemian Empire as well. Of course, that will make our borders uglier because we'll have to take Prague as well, and that will be non-historical, but hey, I can only get so close. I suppose I could have taken those myself and puppeted the rest when I was first conquering Czechoslovakia, but I didn't think of it then. We're going to start with Romania, and I'm going to increase our influence over them by sending them all our stuff. Right, this is our lend-lease to Romania. Of course, not everything will get there. And with that, we should be able to annex them in no time. And afterwards, we'll do Bulgaria, and so on. This was very quick. We sent Romania all our stuff. And once we annex them, we'll get our stuff back. I believe so, at least. Now we have 19,000 infantry equipment, and now I'm going to annex Romania. And we should have much more. If I unpause for one day. And we can annex Bulgaria. Here we go. Who's next? I suppose it would make sense to do Greece and Hungary, and then these guys. Let's annex Greece. Ah, Lend-Lease, so powerful. Alright, who's next? I suppose Hungary. See how much Lend-Lease they'll get. The annexation of Hungary. Now we have to go after the Bohemian Empire. The United Kingdom declared war on Sweden. Now why would you do that? Well, the British didn't only attack Sweden, they also decided to nuke it. Oh well. Time to annex the Bohemian Empire. Now we can annex Croatia. And I should start justifying my war goal. Soon I'll be attacking Yemen, which is guaranteed by the UK, which will call in the Allies. With the new Lend-Lease coming in, we should be able to annex Serbia soon. And yes, we are. And next month, Montenegro. Let's do a war goal against Yemen. Now we're going to finish up annexing Montenegro, and then I'll deploy my troops accordingly. Annexation time for Montenegro. Boom. And that's it. I mean, for this region. I should also annex Arabic Empire, Turkish North Africa, and Lictor Ethiopia. I thought you might want a little insight into our preparations. These 233 units are guarding our borders with France, Germany, and Poland, because I'm going to be calling Italy into the war for their navy. These 24 Marines are going to invade Cyprus. These 200 various infantry are going to guard our coastlines. We are not getting a naval invasion. Oh crap, I forgot about this. 50 more assorted infantry. That should be enough to guard anything. Next, we have 100 motorized, 50 tanks, and 100 free infantry, and these are all going to be offensive forces. We can invite Free India to our faction. Why the hell not? Is this ask to join faction? Yes, I will agree. I'm also deploying planes. Our war goal justification is ready. I could attack, but I'd rather get all those British troops out of the Arabic Empire first. So I'm going to quickly annex them. Annex Arabic Empire. And now those British troops should get exiled or something and get out. Those British troops don't seem to want to get out of here. I've had enough waiting. Let's just declare war. Here we go. I'm not going to call everyone, but I am going to call Italy for their fleet. And I'm going to call Turkish North Africa and Ethiopia. Oh, and for India. I completely forgot that I vassalized, well, puppeted Mongolia and Xinjiang. I could have requested their troops. Same with Afghanistan, but I forgot. Yep, they have called everyone. Oh, did the British troops just disappear? Wonderful. This is exactly what I wanted them to do. Disappear. In so many ways. Yeah, kill those guys. And then eliminate the British forces. This is all good. This is all good. Might be difficult, but should be fine. Should be fine. Did my naval invasion launch yet? Yes, it did. I was worried about naval supremacy, because I don't really have a huge fleet. But we have called in Italy. Italy should be able to help us. I could call in Spain, but then I'm worried they'll take this territory. Yemen has capitulated. That was quick. We don't really need Poland or Germany, so I'm just going to defend the area. We have landed. How many enemies? Not enough to be a problem, it seems. On the other hand, we don't have any way of supplying ourselves, so just in case I'm going to build, well, not that many. I'm going to build one naval base here, just in case. I don't want to fight a whole war against the Allies. I'll just occupy all the territories that used to be the Ottoman Empire, and will be alright. Why is my subject Oman giving access to my enemy? I could easily crush them if I just activated the attack, but we don't need that. Although I could simulate better borders by letting them take, Prague. The naval base in Cyprus seems to have been unnecessary. No naval invasions as of yet, wonderful. My front lines keep disappearing in Africa, I have no idea why. I just painted a new one here and then just disappeared. Just, I don't know, do this manually maybe? Right, I have another idea. Now let's add these troops to a new army and make them garrison the area. Including the UK territories. They might move in there. Okay, we're pretty much done with this area because we don't need these bits. I still need to connect my territory up here. Just do that manually. Close this gap. And reach Spain. Ah, crap, another disappearing front line. I do hate when that happens. Damn it, I just redid this front line. I hate you sometimes, game. I'm just going to take the coast and then worry about the rest later. And it looks like we're pretty much done. We don't need this. Just this little bit here remains. If I had any nukes, I don't at the moment, then I could have destroyed that. And now it's ours. This concludes all the territory we needed. But I should still annex at least Turkish North Africa. I mean, at this point you can pretty much see we have everything we need, and I could just wait and annex them. But I hardly feel like it's necessary to wait. And Ethiopia, you know, according to the maps I looked at, we would need like this bit. But just look at how slowly the game runs. I think I'm going to end it once we annex Turkish North Africa. And here goes. Manage subjects, Turkish North Africa, annex. Wonderful. Neo-Ottoman Empire. And that is it, but Oran still stands, so let's take it. Also, just for fun, I'm going to activate these orders and see how far we can get. These are mostly defensive troops, and they have been doing marvelously, defending our territories, but if I switch them to attack, I want to see how well they will do. In the meantime, Oran. There was this military guy, Maurice, I think, from Oran. Was that the same? Or I'm not sure. I'm not good at history. Oh, they are doing better than I expected. Why are you not doing better than I expected? These guys are not moving for some reason. Still, the ones in what used to be Czechoslovakia are doing great. Better than expected. I didn't want to, do this earlier because I didn't want to muddle the borders too much. Anyway, is Oran ours yet? And almost. And it is. Okay, I am going to proclaim a victory now. Have you landed? No, this is being blocked. I'm going to proclaim victory now. I could wait to get some more political power. We would get enough before the end of the game to annex Elector Ethiopia. I could just send them some lend-lease and make sure that they are annexed. But, yeah, that would take like an hour of game more just to click the annex button. I think at this point I can say we've done it. So, let's compare this to the maps I was using for reference and see if I haven't forgotten anything. Well, of course, I have taken a bit too much here. Sorry about that. Apart from that, I think we're fine. Let's have a look. Right, this looks okay. Even a bit too much, but it's better to have too much than not enough, right? And yeah, I tried to combine all the maps. I tried to combine all the maps of the Ottoman Empire that I could find because, the borders fluctuated. At some point they had more here, at some point they had more here, and so on. So I tried to make sure we take everything they have ever owned. Well, apart from this, but I really don't feel like waiting another hour because the game is running so slowly just to click the next button for Ethiopia. I think you'll forgive me. And yeah, that's it for the challenge. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to let me know in the comments what you thought about it, what you liked, what you didn't, and most importantly, what you would like the next one to be. I'm looking forward to your suggestions and comments, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.